You can tell from looking at it, it looks a little brown and gross, and it's definitely going to have a effect on decreasing the value of your end buds. So don't get bud rot. So bud rot's mold. It starts growing inside of the buds, and you don't really know sometimes until afterwards when you have these big buds and everything's dried and finished, and you just happen to find out you have bud rot, which you're going to have to cut out, and it's just going to be a headache. You're going to lose value on it. So don't get bud rot. How can you find bud rot? You can't really find it that easily. The only way you can find it is by opening up a bud on your plant already, but you risk, losing that bud. So really you find out later down the line that you have it. A good indicator of having bud rot is having extremely big buds or colas and having very high humidity. Whether you don't have enough dehumidifiers or you don't have enough ACs and cooling to extract also a lot of the water out of the air, you're going to probably have a higher chance of bud rot. So you'll just kind of know that. Bud rot starts growing from the inside. It's just mold growing, patch of mold inside the buds that started growing, and it will just continue to grow and spread as the buds get bigger, and you can't really see it typically. It starts from having high humidity and or heat in a room. If you have really high humidity and high heat, odds are you're going to get mold, because just water getting trapped inside of a living formation of flowers is just a recipe to lead to mold. That's what happens, if you leave too much water in your shoe or in your, or anything, mold. I would call it just mold, not even bud rot, just mold. What can you do to get rid of mold rot or bud rot or whatever you want to call it after you have it? The only thing you can do is just decrease the temperature and decrease the humidity. So go buy some ACs. That'll keep the room cool and extract some of the water out of the room. Humidity, you could buy dehumidifiers. It's just going to create more heat when you're running them, so you can do both. You're gonna have to lower the water concentration of the room and lower the heat levels, and you'll lower the likelihood of getting mold rot or bud rot or whatever you want to call it. To get rid of bud rot, get a lot of ACs. Keep your room temperature at 70 degrees as close as you can during the night and the day. Keep your humidity low. I would just say keep the water concentration of the room low. And keep your plants healthy. There's really nothing you can buy to stop it. Keeping your plants strong and healthy will have a better chance of fighting off anything that attacks your plants, bugs or anything. So if you're feeding your plants good nutrients and they're very strong and healthy plants, good genetic plants too, it'll lower the likelihood. So that could definitely help you not get it. I'd say mold is a disease, and it's almost like asking how to get rid of cancer. Don't get cancer. Keep your body healthy and treat yourself good, or else you'll be at a higher risk of disease. So same with plants, living things, humans and plants, both living things. We like water, so there are some things in common there. So you can trim the bud rot off of it after you've harvested, dried it, ripped it all apart, and you can cut off as much as you can of it. I mean, that's really all you can do. I wouldn't put any of your buds in water that have been dried. That would probably ruin them. If you like the value of any of the information I provided, smash that subscribe button and check out our future videos for good content that can help you grow.